Let's talk a little bit about some inline elements. So we've already talked about block elements. A little bit further down this page on the W3 School site, we see about inline elements. An inline element does not start on a new line. An inline element only takes up as much width as necessary. This is a span element inside a paragraph. And then you can see a span tag. Span is the equivalent of a div in terms of generic containers. We can put a span tag around anything we want, and but it's not a block element. That it doesn't cause the line above and below. Some other elements that are inline, we've already used some. The anchor tag. Remember when we stuck an anchor tag around some words? The A tag to do a hyperlink. It didn't make a block. It didn't make a line above and a line below and stretch out for the whole width of the window. Same thing with the EM tag. We did emphasis already. When you use an EM tag around a few words or a sentence, it makes the whole thing, generally it's italics, but it doesn't cause the block element line above, line below, take the whole width. It just goes right within the flow of the paragraph or whatever you're working in. So all of these things, image tags are considered inline elements because we can have words going right up to an image and then more words coming right after it and it'll flow through. Let's look at a couple other ones that we haven't talked about though. So over here we have some examples. HTML that uses inline elements to identify and format text. So here's a paragraph. It says when the dialog box is displayed, enter, and it has KBD Brock 21. This is an inline element surrounding the words Brock 21, and KBD is short for keyboard. And you can see when the words Brock 21, when this actually gets displayed, look like they're typed. They look like they're typed on a typewriter, basically. So that'll give you that kind of formatting. Here's a Q tag, which is inline. Q is for quote. So to quote Hamlet, conscience does make cowards of us all. And if I look at the examples they gave us, to quote Hamlet, conscience does make cowards of us all. And notice there's quotation marks. So we've talked about escape characters in Java lately, and using quotation marks inside a string. It gets a little complicated. We have to use the escape characters. This lets us use some quotations in our text without actually making quotes. We just surround the piece we want to quote with that Q tag, and it automatically adds the quotation marks in most browsers. It already puts the quotation marks around them. So here's the EM tag, which we've done. There's the strong tag, which we've done in previous videos. Here's a new one, sub. So H sub 2 O. So we're doing H2O. The sub around the 2 makes it a subscript, and it will display like this, H subscript 2O. And then there's more examples over here. Emphasis, strong, keyboard, sub, nothing new in there. We did all those. So there's more examples over here. All right, so those are inline elements.